Get a £5 free bet every week with Offer Club from William Hill. Simply stake a total of £20 or more across the week on pre-match football accumulators with 4 or more selections, and you'll get a £5 free bet on the Friday. Join William Hill Offer Club on mobile or online now.
Turn that phone off. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for all coming down today to the Hawthorns, home of West Bromwich Albion, for today's press conference to discuss a great fight, Tommy Langford against Sam Sheedy. We've got a fantastic bill on the 22nd of October at the Motorpoint Arena in Cardiff, with some cracking fights on there. We've got Tom Stalker against Craig Evans, 3, to finally find out which one of those guys is going to crack on. We've got Bradley Skeet against Mr. Singleton in another great fight. Liam Williams against Ahmet Patterson for the British Super Welterweight Championship, which is a real standout fight. And Billy Joe Saunders defends his WBO World Middleweight Championship against Akavov. So we've got a fully stacked card, which will rival anything else that gets put on this year. In particularly when you look at some of the other names that are on there: Paul Butler, Jamie Cox, Anthony Yardy, and some real great up-and-coming fighters in Alex Hughes, Leon Woodstock, Nathaniel Wilson. Well and truly a great card. But we are here today to discuss a great fight, one that we Sam's obviously stepped in for as a replacement fight, replacement opponent for Tommy, and for me still makes a great fight. I think it'll be. I'm just discussing with AJ. I think it's potentially fight of the night. Tommy Langford, we've got huge plans for, and putting him in against Chris EUBANK Jr. wasn't something that was at all there wasn't a hesitation at all in believing that our man would beat EUBANK Jr. And obviously Tommy and the fans were disappointed, but within our office we were absolutely gutted that EUBANK Jr. once again didn't deliver on what he was going to do. He's missed the pull-out, missed the letdown. The criticism could go on, and we could sit here all day. But the main disappointment was that Tommy didn't get to show that he was better than him, and that is one that will have to go down as a bottle job as far as I'm concerned. And Tommy Langford comes out of it with still the opportunity to challenge for the British Middleweight Championship. On the day of Mr. EUBANK's pull-out, I got a text message from AJ saying Sam Sheedy's fit, and he's certainly fit, he's certainly ready, and on his last performance against a very, very talented Andrew Robinson, he's definitely up to the challenge. And we were discussing a potential fight with Tommy anyway in the future for the Commonwealth title, because he's been made mandatory for that. So it's something that was on the cards at some point anyway. But we get to see it sooner rather than later, and just because one fella's pulled out and bottled it doesn't mean that we don't get to enjoy a great night's boxing, and in particular a great fight between Tommy and Sam. Just to introduce you to the guys on the table with me, we've got Glyn Rhodes, very, very well respected trainer, and a pleasure to have you here today. MBE, how dare I? Glyn Rhodes, MBE. Throw it away, Glyn. And we've got a marker. AJ Hobson is here representing Sam and looking after Sam's career and doing a very, very good job at it. And as I said, text me within minutes of the pull-out of EUBANK, so he doesn't miss a trick. And glad to say that he's here today with Sam. See, Sam Sheedy's here. To my left, we've got Tom Chaney, training Tommy Langford. Again, doing a fantastic job and going from strength to strength, improving fight to fight. And we're seeing the results of it. And to my immediate left is Tommy Langford, who ranked number 2 in the WBO, the Commonwealth champion, and will, in my opinion, be British champion come October 22nd. Obviously, we've got Billy Joe on the card as well, and I know that I'd assume that Tommy would be back at ringside to watch that one and to see the outcome of that if he manages to beat Sam. Because I'm sure that the world rankings and WBO rankings mean a lot to Tommy, as well as the Commonwealth and the British titles. We are in the business of making great fights, in the business of making great shows, putting great shows together for both people in the venue and on BoxNation. And this is definitely a night that will be remembered and one to very much be looked forward to. I think that's about enough from me, to be honest. We'll go to Glyn Rhodes first for a few words, and then work away to AJ, Tommy, and then the two guys. So, Glyn.
Thanks, Francis.
Rhodes MBE.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, first I want to thank everybody involved just for the opportunity. Sam was boxing, so it's not like he's coming in unfit. We had got a show planned for the end of the month, so he was going to be boxing. Given the fact that EUBANK's actually pulled out, Sam Sheedy is not the kind of opponent that he would have normally chosen to have boxed. So once again, I take my hat off to Tommy and his team for actually boxing Sam. He's an horrible, slippery southpaw. Spent many years in the gym with Errol Graham. We all know what Errol Graham could do, and Sam's kind of like similar on them lines. As I said, it's going to be hard for Tommy because Sam don't know what he's going to do himself. So sometimes, I got there first. I'm sorry. So sometimes, like I said, during the fight, he's not sure what he's going to do himself. So it's going to be a great fight, and I just hope it's a great fight for the fans, and may the best man win on the night.
That's good. AJ.
Thank you. Just to reiterate what Glyn said, I'd like to for coming, and thank you for the opportunity to take this fight, to Jason, to Francis. As he said, as soon as the opportunity came up, I was on the phone, and as I know, a lot of middleweights were in the country to try and get this fight. Fortunately, we've managed to make it. I know that Tom is looking on to bigger and better things probably after this, and so are we. We are looking to put a spanner in the works and stop this rise and steal the thunder and take the title home from Wales. And we're fully confident of that. It's a great show. I think it's one of the best domestic shows of the year, and I believe that this fight may steal the limelight. I'm really looking forward to it. I wish we could do it now. I've just been speaking to Sam, he wants to do it now, and we're ready to go. So I'm sure, 2 weeks to Saturday, once we get in the ring, fireworks are going to go, and I'm really looking forward to it. Thank you.
Tommy Chaney.
Just going on to what Glenn said, I think Sammy's, I'd call him one of the avoidables, where really you wouldn't want to pick him unless you got made mandatory to fight him. But we took it at late notice, and confidently took it at late notice. We had to shuffle things around with our sparring and such forth, but Tom's done a lot of southpaw sparring over the years. Probably one of the best ever southpaws, Frankie Gavian. So he's confident in what he can do, and he'll be there, turned up, very prepared to win the British title come the 22nd.
Thanks, Tom. And Sam Sheedy.
I just want to thank Francis for this opportunity to box for a British title. I do believe I'm an avoided fighter, but I've done my time, I've done my apprenticeship sort of thing, and I do believe I deserve to be here. I'm always in gym, so I was ready to step it up for this fight, which I have done. Training's been fantastic. To be fair, if I were any other fighter apart from myself, I'd avoid myself because I'm horrible, I'm awkward, I'm slippery, I'm tricky. I don't know what I'm going to do myself, and Glyn said that, but we don't. I'm going to be fit, I'm going to turn up, I'm going to be strong, I'm going to be sharp. I'm like a chameleon, I'll get in there. I'm not prepared for a fight, because I'll go in and I'll just adapt, because that's what champions do, you have to adapt, and that's what I'm going to do. My sparring's been great, but he said he's had some great southpaw sparring. It's irrelevant. I'm not just a southpaw, I'm slippery, I'm horrible, I'm unorthodox. I'm looking forward to it. I thank Tommy for taking the fight. I've seen a few of his fights. He's a really good stand-up boxer. Reminds me a lot of Clinton Woods. Very good at what he does. Very good at boxing. But like I said, I'm here to mess the script up. Thank you.
Thanks, Sam. And Tommy Langford.
First, I'd like to say it's great to be at West Brom for the press conference. It's nice to be here at my own club to promote the fight. I'd also like to say thanks to the team down at Queensbury Promotions and Frank and everybody for keeping the British title alive and keeping a chance for me to fight for the British title on the cards. It's a huge opportunity for me still, you know, winning a British title, and it's a step on the ladder, but it's a prestigious and a very important step that I want to take, and I'm very confident of coming home with the belt on the 22nd. As we've all said, Sheedy's an awkward southpaw. He's a good boxer, good on his feet, but being an awkward southpaw is not enough to beat me, as long as, you know, I get it right on the day. I'm very confident of my abilities. I'm very confident in the game plan we've got and that Tom's put down for me, and I know I follow through with that, then 100% I'm coming back British champion, and look forward to bringing the belt back to the Hawthorns. So it's going to be a great night down in Cardiff. Got huge numbers of fans coming to support me, and they've all stayed on. They weren't coming to watch EUBANK lose. They were coming to support me, to support Tommy Langford, and so they're still coming. And I'm thankful to all the fans and the loyal support for that. It's going to, like I said, it's going to be a great night, and I'm really looking forward to it. And you know, I know Sam's going to bring his best. Like they've all said, they want to put a spanner in the works and everything. So, you know. And they called up, they want the fight, so it's going to be a good fight. Two fighters who want the British title, fighting for the British title, and that's what the sport's about, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Thanks, Tommy. Yeah, just to echo that as well, you know, these are two guys that want to challenge for this belt. They've made no secret about the fact that they want to take the belt home. There's no ifs and buts and maybe. It's two guys getting in there and having a fight, and you know, it's just so refreshing to be able to sit up here with two guys who want to do that, and there's no worries about any pull-outs or any other bullshit and things like that. So it's you know, very refreshing. And again, just to say about Tommy's fans, you know, he sold bundles and bundles of tickets, and it wasn't because, you know, the EUBANK show was coming to town. It was because Tommy was going there to win that title, and come October 22nd, I believe that they won't be disappointed. Can we take any questions, please?
Tommy, your emotions between EUBANK pulling out and this fight getting made, did you think the British title chance had gone for now at all?
It was a strange time, really. I mean, I knew that Sam had won an eliminator back in July, so I knew really, according to board rules, he'd be in place and he'd be a possibility, and we were really wanting the opportunity to fight for the British title. But, you know, like you said, the whole EUBANK situation with him pulling out and everything, you know, Tom kept me on the straight and narrow, kept my head down, kept my head focused on what was important, that's fighting on 22nd, and thankfully Frank and the team came through and put the British on the line. So it's something, like I said, something I really want. It's a step that needs to be taken, and it's one that I'm very confident of getting.
And your thoughts on EUBANK pulling out?
Them pair of wallies down in Brighton, man. Nah, it's done now. He's in the rearview mirror. I moved on. I don't see him doing anything domestic or worldwide. He doesn't want to fight anybody. So where does he go? You know, as far as I'm concerned, British boxing's rid of him, and it's a good thing.
Any other questions?
Sam, you had your career's been quite a long 8 or 9 years of 17, 18 fights. Has it been injuries or any other reason for the...
Yeah, I had a few injuries earlier on in my career that kind of slowed me down a little bit. But I've got all them out of the way. They're all done and dusted with. Last, let's say, 3 years, I've gained some momentum. I've been on it, and I've been on it ever since.
And you're a lot better at middleweight, you think, than the junior?
So much better. I don't really keep referring to the loss I've got on my record, but if that give me, that's raised my stock up tenfold and made me a better fighter. It's made me realise, you know what, I need to move up again. Because in the gym, I'm knocking people over and stuff like that, and then boiling down to that last little 11 stone, it's just taking it away. And going up, that loss, I'd have probably not gone up in weight if I didn't lose. So I'm glad I did. That's made me think, you know what, I'm going to step it up here. I've stepped it up, and I'm carrying that power through with me now.
But you've been a middleweight light middleweight since you turned pro?
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
That's a long time.
Yeah.
To both of you, fast also, could the winner get a shot against Billy Joe while he keeps busy before potential big
well,
fight next year?
You know,
Your dad was talking the other day about maybe putting Billy Joe in December.
Obviously, Billy's got to see what happens against Akavov, because if you start looking 1 fight, 2 fights down the line, that's when it becomes very, very dangerous. And if you take your eye off the immediate prize, then the results can be not good. Obviously, Tommy's ranked number 2, the WBO. I don't really see anyone else in the rankings, like Nadam, Lemieux, that would give Tommy any problems at all. And I think obviously, the winner would be, continue to climb, or in Tommy's case, continue to climb the WBO rankings, and I'm sure it would give Sam a ranking if he were to get a victory. So in answer to the question, it's something that obviously can be discussed and looked at for next year. I'm sure Billy's got, obviously Golovkins and Canelos and things like that on the horizon. So there's lots of ifs and buts, but why not? I think Tommy's at world level now. To be honest, I think he's capable of challenging for world titles, and obviously he wants to secure the British title, and I'm sure probably wants to win it outright. You got any thoughts on that? Sorry?
Yeah, well, I was just going to say, I saw an interview Steve done the other day with Billy Joe saying that he wanted a domestic scrap in December, and mentioned my name as a potential opposition. So I'm taking it if it's offered. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to turn them down. It's a great fight, but there's nothing can be looked past. 22nd of October. I've got a tough, awkward opponent in front of me. So deal with Sam first on the 22nd, and then, like Francis said, see what happens. But if that's there, it's there, and I'm having it.
Is that a question coming through on the phone? Any more questions, ladies and gents? Just to quickly give you some ticket information. Price categories are £40, £70, 40, 70, 100, 150 and £200. Can be purchased from the Motorpoint Arena at motorpointarenacardiff.co.uk, eventim.co.uk and ticketmaster.co.uk. And if you can't make it down to the venue on the night, live and exclusive, as always, on BoxNation. Just want to thank everyone for coming today. Very much looking forward to this fight, as I'm sure you all are. So thanks to Sam and his team, Tommy and Tom, and to all members of the media for coming down. Thank you very much.
Thank you.